Hello. Okay, volume is a check. Hi. Good evening. Good evening, students, people. Oh, that was not a good place to put my phone. Okay, so welcome. This evening, we are going to be doing a demonstration of channeling. And I told you guys that we were going to be doing a live demonstration because I will explain why it's so important for me to show you guys how to do this. Okay. So I have everything out and available. I'm doing everything from scratch, so I haven't prepped any messages. I'm just going to show you and do like a walkthrough. How do I channel and how can you channel as well and make that an easier experience for yourself? Okay. So already in the previous episode of Manifest with the Divine, we kind of talked about some tools that I like to use. For me, it's really basic. I like to do some automatic writing. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining, Lucas. Yeah, I like to do some automatic writing. I like to use crystals, and then I got my cards. It's a really simple process. And I believe in mastery. So I feel like if you're going to learn how to channel, just find a system or a process that works for you and just get used to it, get comfortable with it. And then it's like once you get comfortable with it, just start to build it up. You know, that's pretty much how you get comfortable with it. Hey, hi, welcome back. Okay, is it Lucida? Am I saying your name right? Because I'm always, I don't know. I hope I'm saying your name right. But welcome. Okay, so the first thing I want to get into is what do I mean when I say manifest with the divine? What does that even mean? And this all starts from my intention. So as a reader, as you guys know, tarot readers, it's different every time, right? You get different messages for different. Okay, I did see your name right. That's awesome. Who do you channel? So channeling to me is just tapping into that higher consciousness. It's like tapping into that spaciousness of like the everything. So like getting messages. It's like that's essentially what channeling is for me. Yeah, so my intention as a tarot reader, I mean, I don't even label myself. I'm like, I do this right now and it's fun and it's enjoyable. But my intention is to make sure that you guys know that you can listen and you should listen to your intuition first and foremost, because collective energy can be quite confusing, right? It can be like a mixture of emotions. And if you notice, if you go to certain tarot readers, their emotions impact the messages. So their essence impacts the messages. I'm always looking at my readings and I was like wondering, why are my readings so like, they're always so like spacey and about divine love and tapping to the higher self? It's because it's part of what I'm curious about. So that's the readings, that's the energy that I usually pick up when I'm doing your readings. So it's very interesting. I really want you to get comfortable with channeling for yourself because to me, God, it should be your own individual experience. When you look at Buddha and Jesus, what did they teach? They taught people to trust themselves. And I think it's when we question that it gets really confusing. Like, go experience God for yourself. Go understand what does that look like, feel like, sound like to you, instead of just focusing on someone's interpretation of spirituality. So that's why I want to show you guys how to do this, because I'm like, if you can do this for yourself, then you can learn how to trust your intuition more. And collective energy, again, can be, it's a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss. Okay, so how do you get tapped into channeling better? You want to create a daily meditative practice, period, point blank. The way that I get tapped into, like, get into the energies is when I get quiet, life gets quiet, it's quiet around me, and I just focus the energy. And as I talked about in my previous episode, it's about focus intention and focus attention. So you don't necessarily have to try to make anything happen, but if you have a clear question, and you just ask that, out into the universe, it will be clear. Like the answers will come clearly to you. Yeah. So just be very direct with your question. If you want to get really good at channeling, I would have to say 30 minutes to 1 hour is what's going to help to make it very accurate for you. But it is instantaneous and it is a muscle. The more you do it, the more you just get used to it. And it's just like, oh, okay. You can literally just like tap in any point in time, whenever and wherever. It's not like a special magical ability. It just depends on how open you are to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just lighting my sage. So we can light some sage. Sorry, not sage. Sao Paulo. Yeah. As you guys are coming in, just let me know where you're coming from and hit the like to support. Okay. So manifesting with the divine to me also that entails not trying to make so many things happen in your life, which is like always been my problem. I've always been kind of achievement based person, and this is what we're taught all the time is to achieve, to go, to make it happen somehow. Even when they tell you to like trust God, there's a little bit of a make it happen. It's like make it happen to trust with God. It's like when can we relax? So when I like quit some of my previous like jobs and things that I was doing before and I stopped hanging out with certain people and I started hermiting, my energy just cleared out. It cleared out and there was no force. I was just like, I think I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap more into the spirituality that I've been, wanting to do more. Yeah, learning to trust more. That's all it is. It's about learning to trust your own, and it's your own rhythm too. Yeah, going with the flow instead of the pushing of the energy. That's what we want to do. So that's what I'm talking about manifesting with the divine. That's what I'm doing now because I'm like, I'm not trying to make things happen in my life. What I'm doing, I'm opening up to the bigger picture, right? The divine plan. And because I get to open up to the divine plan, now literally anything can happen. The pathway can change, it can switch up. And I've noticed just even in the readings alone, if you guys have looked at some of the readings, like you can see like opportunities, doorways are opening up, transformation is happening. Why? Because you opened up to a higher consciousness, right? You've raised your consciousness. Now you're open to more happening. So if we just fixate on one pathway, we're limited. So the way I like to think about it is feeling for natural urges, like natural urges. Like you have an urge or a passion, you want to read a book, or you want to just rest, or you want to meditate, like the urge to eat or the urge to go to the bathroom. It should feel as simple as that. So do you have to tap into or do channeling all the time to get intuitive insights to what you're supposed to do in life? Not necessarily. It's just a really fun way to link into it. And often I find my guides are always telling me really broad information about like life, and they're not giving me like specific details about everything because I don't need to know any of that. And they know that. So they don't give me all that information. So I've just learned how to have that continuous dialogue with my guides on a regular basis where I'm talking to them there and then I just get, those insights. Okay. So let's go ahead and start the demonstration. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm just going to do a channeled message for you guys. And first, I'm going to start off with a meditation. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And then the meditation is going to give me, the insight. And then I'm going to do an automatic write from that. I'll do a crystal reading, and then I'll pull cards. And I'm going to explain every part of the process. I'm going to walk you through everything. Okay. So just remember that when it comes to your intuition, it's fast. It's so quick, but it's also abstract. And it's just about learning to trust it and go with it, even if it's weird. Sometimes the weirder, the better. Okay. Let us go ahead and start. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of like relax and get into a relaxed state, relax my body, and just see what wants to come through. So usually I'll just be sitting by myself and I'll be like, guides, what channeled message do you have for the collective today? And I usually like to start out with closing my eyes. For me, I'm a very visual person, but it can literally come to me in any shape and form. So I don't believe we have a cap. It's just, if you're very comfortable with visuals, maybe you're more of a visual person. If maybe you get sounds and songs all the time, then maybe you're more into sounds. But I get it every which way. Visual is just what I'm comfortable with. So that's why I like to close my eyes. Okay. By the way, yeah, there's no timing for this, so who knows how long this is gonna be. This part I usually do off camera. Okay. Something about okay, so the first image I got was like bones. It's very big. It's very big, but immediately I identify what I'm seeing. So it will look very vague. Just like when you're dreaming, it's very blurry. But if you just name it right away, it'll start to solidify essentially. And some part of you would say, yes, it's bones. To me, the bones was a representation of getting to like the core truth. So the channel message has a lot to do with getting to the core truth of your authenticity or your identity. I think that's why a lot of you feel called to do this is to understand like what's really there, what's available for us. Who are we really? What are we made of? Like where do I find my core strength? Bones take me to strength. They take me to building blocks. So it kind of goes like that. You just start to connect the dots. It's like a connect the dot game, essentially. So then I like to close my eyes and just see if there's any other images that like to come through. Okay. Okay. So there's something about community I was seeing. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable. So this is a channel message. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable doing this or maybe stepping out or feeling more attuned to your authentic self if you're connecting with people who are kind of doing the same thing or moving on the same path. So there won't feel this like you won't feel this confusion because you'll see that there's other people who are working on and learning and curious about the same thing. Felt very like familiar, like family. Felt very much Avatar. I haven't seen. Well, I saw the first movie. Excited for the second one. Yeah, so like swimming, kind of like going with the flow, finding your tribe. Yeah, I think a lot of you maybe are looking for your tribe or you're wanting to, aren't we all? We're always wanting to know who is our tribe, who is our people. And to me, like finding your tribe is about being in flow. So the more you're in tune or in flow with yourself, the more curious you are about who you are, the more you're just going to align with the right people that come into your life, like your family. It felt like kind of like mermaids swimming in the sea and they're all kind of like lining up with each other. So it felt like one person was behind and then they caught up. So it's like those people are already existing around you. And to me, water is a representation of fluidity and infinity. So it's like we literally can just plug into the network and our people are around us. They'll just arrive at the right time. Okay, let me see if there's one more message I can get. It's honestly, it's infinite. I could sit here all day channel if I want to, but it's like, do I want to do that? I don't know. It's up to you. Why don't we all take a moment for those of you who are here? Let's kind of close our eyes. I'll give it like 5 minutes and just kind of see if there's like anything that comes up. Um, you can start with a question if you don't know. You can start with the question of, soul, what would you like me to know today? And just see what's the message that comes through. Or guides, what would you like me to know today? So I'm just going to give this 5 minutes to just sit in silence. And then we can all share a message. I'll do, I think, an automatic write for this one. And I'll explain it after the 5 minutes is up. So my question is just going to be, guides, what would you like us to know today for the collective? Okay, kind of give me something. Okay, I think time's up. I think so. Um, okay, so if you guys want to share any messages that came through, feel free to. I'm gonna go ahead and just start sharing mines. So I don't know if you guys noticed, maybe you had your eyes closed, maybe you were in a deep meditation, but I kind of went in and out of the energy, which is typically how it works when I'm channeling. It's like an in and out process. Um, because it requires concentration. I feel like those like Bashar or Abraham Hicks, I feel like those people, like they're in a deep, deep meditative state. They're able to stay in it and sustain it for a long time. Okay, so this is the message that came through. So the first thing I was brought to was a gateway. Oh, that's a really cool message. Okay, I'll get to your guys' messages. I'll just share this one really quick. I was at a gateway and it just felt like I was coming upon something. And to me, this gateway symbolizes like the universal divine, like the information available to us from, infinite. There is this really patient energy of like not waiting, not rushing. Like there's no rush. There's nothing to rush to kind of figure out. But there's this the message that really came through is like the answers are always there. They're always waiting for you. So there's no race to trying to find out like who am I? Like it's a fun exploratory journey. So they took me to this like very joyous, happy, childlike energy. And essentially life is like play. It's like a playground. Um, Manifesting with the divine is like it's like an endless fun dance with the universe where you get to play, you get to create your reality. And so when people are we're always co-creating. So it's like that's why I'm always saying listen to those urges because you'll have wants and desires that come up and you're like, okay, this is what I want to manifest in my life. And then that's where you fold to manifest. It's like, okay, let's do it. It's like, oh, I would really love to manifest the bakery business right now. That seems so cool. Like that's what life is about. It's about play. It's just what do you want to do? What do you want to create? And there is a full circle energy I was getting. Like we do this sort of full circle dance where we're always moving, we're going, we think we're going somewhere, we're growing, we're building our family, we're getting older, but we somehow always end up back where we started. And that's what they were taking me to. So because we always end up back where we started, life is just about energy and exploring it always and experiencing it. Okay, so let me go ahead and see your guys' messages. There's no waiting on divine timing. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Let's let that one sink in. There's no waiting on divine timing. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I would have to agree with that one. It just happens, right? There's no rush, there's no wait. And that's part of like what manifesting the divine with the divine is about. Creation is done. Yeah. Wow. Look at you guys. You said you went in and out of it too, but you have headphones and it helped. Awesome. Yeah, it's like whatever helps you to focus, you're going to figure out like what your thing is. All you have to do is stay in pure alignment and the rest will follow. This doesn't mean ignore your mind, use your mind to guide your expansion. Oh, that's a really good message. Yeah, I would have to agree. Like, we don't want to discard our mind. It's here for a reason. Our intellect is here for a reason. The most intelligent people who combine that with spirituality are very powerful, like Eckhart Tolle, for example. Be calm, be present, and peaceful. Yes, so you got that. A lot of you guys got that like patient energy. I love that. Love everyone and everything. The past will not repeat itself. You already learned the lesson. Stop being afraid. Oh, that's really beautiful. The past will not repeat itself. You already learned the lesson. Stop being. I absolutely agree with that. I don't think we can go back. I feel like we're always moving forward. So it's like even then you've already experienced it, right? You can't retrace back to where you were before. And stop being afraid. Yeah. Fear is very natural. Fear is so natural. But it's like when you really tap into divine, it's like, do we really have anything to be afraid of? If you think about it, anything can happen to us at any moment. But why hasn't it? Maybe because part of you just wants to keep living. I saw the trumpet of victory carrying everyone on a string of existence. Whoa. That's awesome. That's a beautiful visual. I don't really know. Well, is that like the judgment card? The trumpet of victory? But I would like you to share, maybe expand a little bit more about the trumpet of victory and what that represented for you, how you felt about that. So, like, it's really important to tap into how are you feeling when you're channeling, right? Your feelings. It was victorious, right? But I would love to hear more about how you felt. Every upgrade is here already. What you want is being created for you. Ooh, that's absolutely true. That's why I'm like, why do we have to try? Why do we have to put in all this effort to create? I'm like, there's first of all, there's a divine planet. There's something so much bigger than we could possibly imagine. We're just here to kind of explore and go and keep waking up feeling excited and just wondering what's next, what can happen, or what's gonna happen today. I don't know. You know, it's funny because I was thinking today, I really don't feel like going to work. And my class ended up getting canceled. And I was like, huh, that was an instant manifestation for you. So I thought that was really funny. And I'm like, that's great because I just got to chill and relax and clean my house. You don't need to be everything for everyone, not even for yourself. Don't carry everyone's burdens anymore. It serves no one. Ooh, your I feel like your guides are giving you very strong heart-centered messaging right there. That is powerful. Yeah, you don't have to be anything for anyone. That's like the interesting thing. We get caught up in the identity, which is natural. Um, but I think because I was just that's why I feel so called to teach people this because I was always my instinct was always put my own face mask on, and I just thought I was just a very selfish person. So then it confused me, and then it made me a people pleaser, and then I pulled back from being a people pleaser and started doing my own thing. And I started just like hermiting and just keeping to myself. And nobody was like asking of my time. No one was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you being selfish? Spend time with us. It's just like energetically, I accepted it that I wanted to be by myself. And I just wanted to be in my own energy. So I can get to this space of like feeling so like happy and filled. So we have here basically, we are all connected through a string that is designed by the divine source, allowing us to shift between what we desire to experience, which is a self fulfillment of victory. Oh my gosh, you guys are hella smart. That's so awesome. You guys were so insightful. Wow. So basically, we are all connected through a string that is designed by divine source, allowing us to shift between what we desire to experience, which is a self fulfillment of victory. Absolutely. There's like a connection. We can't see it, but it's like we're all connected. There's like a reason why people show up in your life a certain point in time. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start channeling with my crystal, and I'll just talk to you this one quickly with the automatic right. Okay, let me go over this one really quick. So I kind of opened my eyes and I was just like closing my eyes and open my eyes, close my eyes, open my eyes. And I was just kind of writing down whatever ideas came. And it's always very abstract. You know, you go in and out of the experience. Keep creating, playing, and writing. You'll always be taken care of. And it gets to be really easy. Absolutely. That's what I'm experiencing right now in my life. It's like, I thought it's crazy. Like, I want to feel like a grown kid, basically. That's my goal. Like, I want to age backwards, basically. That's what I feel called to do. And I'm like, is that crazy? But I feel good. And I feel like things are just kind of working out for me. Yeah. Aw. Thank you, Lucida, for sharing that. So yeah, you guys are fantastic. Okay, so yeah, you can also explain a little bit more about how you felt about that channeling process. And you can also say any kind of tips you have for anyone else, because I'm a teacher student. I'm here to learn with my students. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to channel using my crystals. So we'll just see which crystal. I have all my crystals here. You guys have I've shown them in my earlier reads before. And so essentially what I do is I hover my hand over the crystals and I just say, hey, guys, what crystal is aligned with the message you want me to express today? And I'll usually feel a little bit of a buzz in my fingers, just like a little bit of a buzz. And I'll just kind of hold it there. And if it keeps buzzing, I'm like, oh, that's the crystal. So it's pretty easy. I mean, before it took me a while to do it, but then I've just gotten comfortable with the energy. Okay. So I'm just gonna get quiet for a little bit, focus my energy. Are they taking pink gate? Not quite. Okay. It's either one of these or yeah, and all these crystals, I've talked about crystals briefly in my like previous episode. They all have different personalities. And whether you feel called to use crystals or not, that's up to you. It's just I like them because they're pretty. And my parents know I've always collected rocks since I was a little kid. So they're, essentially really pretty rocks, but um that's just always been my thing. Okay, they do want the pink agate. Okay, so the crystal that got picked today is pink agate, which means the energy must be pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, you collect them too. I know. Since I filled up my spaces, I told myself no more. No more crystals. Okay, no more. You're good. You're good for a while. Filled up my collection until I have more space to put them. Okay, so let me read. Would you guys believe we wanted to all be here today before we woke up? That's so awesome. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Well, I wasn't planning on doing this until maybe a few hours ago. I'm just like, as soon as I canceled work, I was like, I'm going to do something today. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do something. So, Lucida, I like to be in a quiet place with my feet grounded, but I don't feel I have to do that to meditate or to channel. Yeah, the interesting thing about channeling that I've realized, it's very fluid. It's very flexible. You literally can be in a room with like people all around you and you could channel. Like it doesn't there's no specific requirements. Meditation helps, but there are days where I don't really meditate. Sometimes I'm like busy, I'm like watching TV and then I go straight to like doing a reading and my energy is just there. I'm so present for it. So there are no rules. But the meditation, to me, what that helps is to center your energy and reset it. So if you have like a really busy lifestyle, meditation is just going to be your best friend. And honestly, it's where you get the answers to everything. So if you're feeling a lot of confusion about where to go with your career, if this relationship is like the one for you or whatever, just get centered in meditation. Okay. All right. So we got the pink agate. Pink agate. So essentially what I like to do, sometimes I like to close my eyes. The energies, the crystals essentially accelerates the energy, right? It focuses on a certain energy because each crystal has a certain kind of personality. Usually the pink agate has kind of like a high vibe personality. It's very creative. And the reason I know that is because I've meditated with many times doing readings for you guys and it'll show me a story. Or you can literally look at the crystal and it'll tell you its personality. You'll be like, "Oh, I like the way the pink goes around here. It reminds me of like an artist creating something." Or, it's like you can literally just make it up. So if you have a crystal with you or around you, you can channel with that. You can channel with anything. It's like whatever item you feel called to. You know how people when they're channeling, they'll pull like pens or something like that. Like you can literally be like, "I feel called to this pen for some reason." So it doesn't really matter, but the crystals do have very distinctive personalities and energies. Okay, so usually I close my eyes and I like to see what comes through. Um, Again, what we're seeing imagery wise is we're seeing images created in our imagination. So this is like the same thing as when you were a kid and you pretended, right? You just saw something, or you started creating. You can even open your eyes and you can see something. But I like to close my eyes because it's very abstract. It's like literally energy moving, shifting all the time. So, guides, what message do you have for us today? So, usually for me, I see energy and then it starts to form into an object or something. Oh, cute. I'm getting like the imagery of a turtle. That's adorable. Yeah, I'm getting this patient energy again. It's really cute. I'm not really sure what turtles symbolize, but to me, they always seem so. There's something very studious about them and focused and slow and sturdy for sure. Protection. I think the shell represents protection, or you're protected, or you're safe. Because the guy that I'm seeing in my imagination, he looks so chill. So the message that wants to come through is like you're safe, you're protected. There's nothing that's here to hinder your journey. If you feel like there's something here to hinder my journey or things get in the way, it's a if those thoughts or fears come up, it's really like a fear. It's a mentality. Okay, I feel like I'm seeing people. It's very vague though. But I think when we pull cards, that it'll get clearer what the message wants to come through with this. Okay, then sometimes I like to pull up a light. I'm gonna pull up my lamp here and just look at my crystal up close and see if there's anything that pulls my attention. And I'll just look at it because I look at these crystals all the time. So these days I have to challenge myself to see what do I feel called to, because I already associate them with certain messages automatically. Mm. There is a message about healing that's here. Like I'm getting like a sensation of like a scab or like a wound. So it feels as if mm, this feels like someone hurt you, or someone feels hurt or very disappointed, or I don't know, something happened. Okay. Yeah, there is a message of healing. We'll get it through the cards here. I think maybe also overcoming victim mentality, or feeling like you're scared, or like you can't do it, or you can't, yeah, feeling a little helpless. I don't usually get those messages, but when they come through, it's for a reason. The turtle can represent many things: protection, longevity, wisdom, the moon, water, the earth being steadfast. Yeah. You felt that way this past week, like the turtle. Yeah, there's like a very soothing energy that's coming with this crystal right now. I'm kind of getting if I were to show you guys up close. Crystal. I'm getting like a whoops, sorry, a wound, or like a mother, like a nurturing energy that wants to come through. It's like I feel like your guides are saying they just want to surround you or hug you or make you feel safe and nurtured. If someone said something, yeah, it is very pretty. I think I got this one with the collection. I can't say no to pink. Can't say no to pink. Yeah, but I feel like your mood or whatever the energy is about to rise up or raise. If anyone is feeling lower down, or if anyone who's watching this later on feels that way, your mood is about to. It's like I think you're leaving this behind, or there's some healing that's happening for you. Um, it feels a little fresh though. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, the direction we're moving in, I think, is towards just feeling a lot more centered and comfortable and cozy. That's the energy we're feeling called to. Okay, so now I'm gonna start pulling cards, and I'll show you essentially how do I channel using my cards, or how it works, essentially, when we're pulling tarot. So guides, what message do you have for the collective today? Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Six of Swords. It's about moving on from something, healing. So the Pentacles, it did kind of flip out together. Oh, okay, I got you. I've been getting this message in the collective for some time. Collectively, those of you who do watch my collective readings, it looks like we're feeling called to or pulled towards just leaving something or things behind that no longer serve our journey here. There's a calling, essentially. And this journey, once you decide to move on and make that transition, it's going to be very healing, very beneficial for you. It's going to be like sunlight. If you feel like the sunlight's been limited, it's going to feel like more frequent. It's going to feel more familiar to be happy, to be joyous. Okay. Let me clarify the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you can literally look at the pictures on cards and you get an energy. It tells you the story. Like their expressions, what they're doing. Clarify the Six of Swords. Ooh, speaking of sunlight. Okay, so yeah, this is what you guys are leaving behind. So some of you guys are feeling called away from like a job, or it specifically has to do with Pentacles. So it's like a material experience that no longer serves your journey here. We got Seven of Pentacles reversed with Three of Pentacles. There we go. Yeah. It's because it doesn't fulfill you any longer. This isn't what you're wanting to really build, or it's not really something you can see yourself doing long term, perhaps, or just it could be the community or the environment too you're feeling called away from. And it's like if you decide to release or let that go, whatever that is that needs to be released in terms of the environment, the people, or a job that needs to be released, could be also a mindset. Absolutely. 1000% mindset. This is what you're moving on to. Six of Wands. It's like victory. Which, by the way, Lucas, weren't you talking about the trumpet of victory and how we're all connected? We got the victory card here with the Six of Wands. Spirit has been wanting you to travel, but you're stalling it. I feel like being a counselor and being like, why are you stalling it? Why are you stalling it? Why? It's like a little fear that you're needing to like get past. Okay, tell us more, guides. Look at that, Lucas. Didn't you say the trumpet? Look at that. Your mind. Yeah. So is it like you're having a hard time making up your mind? Or you feel like your mind is kind of creating this fear-based reality that isn't real? You don't know where to go. So you want to travel. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you don't know where you want to go, but you just know you want to go. I get that. Yeah. Trumpet of victory. That's crazy. That literally just popped out right after those cards. A false fear. Yeah. Pretty much all fear is false. It's just a matter of like, unless you're actually dying, it's just a fear that you can, push past and get over. So the fear is, yeah, maybe just being like, what is that? Or maybe getting curious about what is that fear? Like, what is that about? Tell us more, guides. We're going to start pulling oracle cards. Okay, there's a lot about a job. So, hey, look, if you guys do travel, you guys decide to make this leap, there's some kind of opportunity. Like, it's like awakening. It's like with that rebirth, it's like a rebirth into like what you've always wanted to experience for yourself. It looks like it has a lot to do with, again, it's like moving, traveling, going, experiencing a different environment, experiencing a different group of people, doing something that you're really passionate about. It's going to be like you're going to be victorious in it. And like there's a fear of like, can I do that? But you are. You can. Strange feeling 9F and 29 interpret this feeling of freedom. Freedom. So you need to meditate on the feeling of freedom. I would say meditate with your guides and ask them, teach me freedom. Teach me how to feel free. You've been feeling called to travel too. You know what? I'm kind of feeling the bug too. It's like I'm feeling like there's a new chapter. There's something else. And actually, I've been wanting to move for some time or experience something different, whatever that is. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. That's crazy. So everyone wants to travel. Like literally, we got the literal experience of the Six of Swords. Everyone's ready to move on. Oh, look at that. We got poised. Oh my goodness, guys. Come on. 48. So it's like, it's the fear that's holding you back, but it's like, you're going to feel so free. They're literally saying this for you, Lucas. Come on. You're going to feel so free. So you've been manifesting moving to another country to finish your degree. That's spot on. Wow. Okay. Collective energy is real. Yeah, so guys, I'm telling you, I think you're being told to take the leap. Now, what you're probably trying to figure out is like the details, right? It's like how, when, where is this going to be arranged? Listen for those urges. So again, meditate on it. Meditate on it and just be like, okay, like this is my dream, this is my desire, guides. Why don't you show me what's the next step to make this a reality? I'm like, if you already know where you want to go, now it's just a matter of like, when do I book the flight? Like, when does it feel like a good time to travel or leave or go? What details do I need to get in order for this to be arranged? Okay, tell us more, guides. We have here North Node. Guys, your destiny is calling you. Your destiny is calling you. North Node, Virgo. So do you see how my energy is going? By the way, I'm not really explaining too much about channeling, but do you see how the energy starts to pick up? That's essentially what channeling is. It's like the energy starts to pick up, the momentum starts to pick up, and you start to kind of feel it, and the message becomes clear. So we have North Node and Virgo. So again, there's a lot about a job for you guys. So it's like if you do make the move, maybe the fear is, am I going to have the financial stability to be taken care of? The answer is yes. Yes, you will. But also, this could be an experience that offers you a lot of healing and purification and growth within yourself, a lot of stability in general. It's like, it seems like it's unstable because it's like this idea of wanting to do this or take this leap or make this jump. It feels very unstable. But the irony is you're going to find stability in it. Are you a Virgo? Oh, are you a Gemini North Node? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm a Virgo too. Virgo energy is strong with my collective. Virgo energy, yes. Yeah. But I feel like there's a calling for you or calling waiting for you. Let's go ahead and I'll pull some more tarot cards to see what is this. So, as you're pulling cards when you are channeling with tarot, you can start redirecting the questions and be like, okay, tell me more about this. Okay, tell us more about this North Node, guides. Oh my gosh. Interesting combination. We have the Nine of Wands and yeah, Virgo's rule, okay? We do. Nine of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Come on. Like, how good can it get? That's what you should be asking. So I think there's a little bit of a battle. Okay, so this is our destiny we're opening up to. Destiny, fated, you're calling, but you've been resisting it. Okay, clarify this Nine of Wands. Yeah, Virgos rule, they do. Tell us about this Nine of Wands. We have here Temperance, reverse. Okay, so there's a balance we're needing to find or alchemize. Something we're needing to heal. What is this? Is this limiting beliefs? Tell us more about the Nine of Wands. What's needing to be healed or balanced? Ooh, cards flying. Oh, confidence, believing in yourself. Dang, guys, it couldn't get more obvious. Look, Sun card and the Queen of Wands. It's just about confidence. So the thing you need to establish for yourself in order to make this leap is to build your confidence and to believe in yourself. I mean, that's pretty much how it works. It's like the way the universe, when you take that leap, it's because you knew or something in you sensed that it was going to work out. It was going to pull you in the right direction. So they're saying you guys all have a strong intuition. Hey, Wild Force guys, if you guys are coming in and just joining, please go ahead, let us know, hit the thumbs up, and also let us know where you're from. Welcome. But what you're calling in your life, like you need to have the confidence to own it. So again, we're talking about this intuitive pull, right? I feel called to do this. Now there's no rush, but you might want to start following those urges. It's like, do I want to, I don't know, look at a map? Was there a movie I watched when I saw someone travel somewhere? And I'm like, ooh, that would be a cool place to travel to. So your friend pulled you Archangel Michael cards yesterday, and one of them was have confidence. Yeah, yeah. So you know why this is showing up for you guys? You know why it's showing up for you? Because this is exactly what you're going to continue to experience as it's unfolding, is a continuous space of happiness and confidence. Like the cards we're getting for this reading is absolutely insane. 10 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Sun card. It's like the happiness is yours. It's like the fairy tale is yours if you decide you get to have it. It's a muscle. It is a muscle, but I feel like those leaps, though, are just such a confidence builder. When you just throw yourself into something. I love that feeling of just throwing myself into something and just seeing what happens. And I played it safe for so long. And, you know, when you play it safe, it's cool. You know, the turtle to me wasn't really playing it safe. He was moving, right? The turtle in my vision, he was like, I'm going somewhere. So even he knew time to go. But playing it safe, what does that even mean? When we were protected, right? Hey, Wild Forest from Argentina, welcome. Okay, so we have here Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So the lesson is confidence. I'm betting you that. Do what you feel is right. So this is like a huge lesson that you guys are being called to listen to. It's like when you listen to it, you're never going to be like, oh, I'm going to doubt myself now. It's like, no, I had the confidence to take that leap. Now I'm going to make it a habit to make it a part of my regular, you know, thing. Oh, awesome. Wild Forest. Yeah. So definitely check out, when you can, the playback, watch it from beginning to end, this video. So you can see like how I, you know, talk about channeling and like walk you through that experience. Now we're just kind of doing a read and we're having fun. That's what we're doing. But yes. Okay, like, so it's so funny. Like I told you guys, we got the pink agate. This is high vibe. This crystal is high vibe. But there's a little bit of wound or healing. The healing is around your confidence. It's around how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself, right? We're infinite fluid beings. So does it make sense to see yourself in a limited way where we're like, well, I'm just going to play it safe? Yeah, definitely watch it from the beginning. So there's like a divine order. If you feel called to take a leap, now's the time for a lot of you. Okay, how far are we in? Oh, 53 minutes. Okay, we might end this exactly at 1 hour. We'll just see what else wants to come through. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and start putting them up and I'll just see if I can answer them for you. If you want me to like redirect this reading, if you're curious about something else, you can ask and we will see what happens. But once the 1 hour hits, we'll end this. Tell us more, guides. You guys got VIP access. So if you have questions, just go ahead and ask. We have Iris Communication 22. We have Divine Wisdom Sophia. Okay, so this is like your energy. See, a lot of you guys are incredibly insightful, and I'm guessing wise as well. I like this combination because one is like young, one is, you know, a little bit more youthful. The other one is more mature. So you have this beautiful spectrum to use to your advantage. There's a deep sense of inner wisdom within you that can guide you. So again, there's a lot about knowing. There's nothing here saying you need more advice. There's nothing here saying we need to tell you all the directions. It's like all it's saying is you just need to be more confident in believing in yourself and trusting yourself. And they're not even saying like, it says do what feels right. So if staying where you're at and not traveling or not taking the leap feels good to you, you can decide to do that. But if taking the leap does feel good to you, do that. Hey guys, as you guys are entering the chat or entering into the live, go ahead and let us know where you're from, please. Okay, we also have Iris Communication 22. So it's interesting, 4 and 7 add up to 11, and we have 22. So we got 11 and 22, two master numbers. So 22, communication. Owning communication is about speaking up. We have the dreamer energy with the 22. So this could be about, using affirmations to guide you. Speak it out loud, speak up, say it. Maybe tell a friend about what your dream is, a friend who you trust, who isn't going to judge you. Are there any messages about building your business? Yeah, okay. A lot of this reading has to do with building business. So the main message that's coming through so far, as far as building a business, is that there is some kind of direction you're being called towards, right? So to me, Six of Swords is like you have some kind of direction or an idea, right? They wouldn't be moving along if they didn't have an idea. Now, the big thing that keeps coming through is understanding, can we feel confident enough to receive this and to work with it and go with it? So that's the big thing that's coming through is like, do you have the confidence? Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more advice on messages about building your business. Sure. We have here the Justice card, tell us more guides. Oh, and we have here the Hierophant. Dang, that's two major arcanas. So maybe with the Justice card, you're feeling like you don't have the clarity. It's interesting that your answer is the Hierophant because it's like your answer is God. Some part of me wants to say that you know more than you think, right? You know a lot more than you think. We always know more than we realize. And there might be a teacher for you or a mentor to look up to work with to kind of help guide you. Can you tell us more about the Hierophant guides? 10 of Pentacles, clarify that. So if you're thinking in terms of like money, okay, there might be something about family for you guys, or around going against the odds of family or going against the grain. Looks like we're going to go over time. That's fine. I'll answer the questions here. Yeah, because we have 7 of Wands. So like something about going against the grain. There's like a fear about going against the grain or going your own route or feeling like a rebel. And maybe around your family's expectations. This might be coloring your reality of how you want to proceed forward or move forward. It could also be just a reality you've learned to embrace for yourself. That's very limited. Okay. Tell us more about this. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Let's get some information. The Lover's card. So a lot of you, it's like relationship dynamics or just making the decision or the choice. We have the Lover's reverse. So it's about making the choice. Again, it's like maybe we have the choice with that Justice card. It's like maybe having to make a decision. We have the choice. We know what direction we need to go in, but you need to make the choice. And maybe there's a fear of like, what are other people going to think, or someone else is going to think of me if I do this. It sounds crazy. It says, how do you tell between guidance and fear-based inner thoughts, such as deciding whether to take a job or not, and you're getting mixed messages? So to me, guidance is like this. It's very open and it's very freeing. It's always like this. A fear-based decision, to me, a fear-based decision, honestly, whenever I'm making fear-based decision, it's very calculative. Like, okay, it's like, again, what Mina talks about. It's like being in the mental plane where you're like thinking, like, if I need to solve this or figure it out, like it's a puzzle, and you're literally like rubbing your head just like, I don't get it. That's the fear talking. Your guidance is always going to feel like this, like, ooh, that's a great idea. Ooh, that feels really good. Yeah, I like this. I like the sound of this. So to me, it's like an opening up that happens in my body when it feels like a guidance. Guidance is always very gentle. So higher guidance or divine guidance is not judgmental at all. God is not judgmental at all. They're not telling you how to live your life. Usually that's like your voice in there somewhere mixed in. Um, but the guidance is always very detached, but it's like detached but loving. So, such as deciding whether to take a job or not, and you're getting mixed messages. Um, as far as to me, things are usually a yes or a no, right? If you're the thing is, if you're thinking really hard about it, it's not a yes. Because it's like it should feel exciting. Like a lot of things in life should feel like that. Like it should feel like a solid yes, or it should feel like an excited yes. But to me, if it's like not that, and you're having to calculate and think, do I want to be with this person? You might not want to be with that person. You might be called somewhere else or called to do something else. So I'm curious about how to properly discern the messages because I feel that I personally am claircognizant. Curious about how to properly discern. Like, okay, it's about trust. It's not really about so when you say discernment, it's like getting clarity on yeah, Lucidia, yeah, right? If it's not a hell yes, I feel like it's kind of a no, right? It's just a matter of you deciding once you make a decision. Sorry, I'm going back to Lucida's comment about the job. Once you make a decision, now you have to decide what's next, right? So you know it's a no. Now you have to decide how to say no or what that no is going to look like. And if you have a no, that means then there's a yes waiting somewhere else. Like okay, if that's not now you know what you don't want. That's thank goodness. Thank goodness I know exactly what I don't want. Something else is out there for me that's better. Yeah, so discerning the messages, claircognizant. So discerning the messages, it's always abstract, but again, it's about trust. You have to go with the flow. It's like a stream. When you're getting intuitive insight, it's like a stream. It just flows, and you have to just go with it. And it usually my messages they're there and then they change. It's gone. So I have to be like, oh, okay, let me think about processing that message because I'm still kind of in that phase where I'm like learning how to like go with it quicker and get with it quicker. And I watch basically the way that I've learned how to do is I watch other people channel, even though I don't channel anything like them. Like they do it slightly different, but I like seeing people in flow. So what you're trying to find is flow and momentum when you're channeling. And then just go with it. Start speaking it out loud maybe. It's like, "Oh, I saw a turtle." And the turtle was walking slow. And then all of the details start to come alive. Like it happens in a quick second. Like you see a turtle and you're like, "Oh, I saw a turtle." But then you're like, "Actually, that turtle was going really slow." And it looked like he was moving somewhere, like he was on a journey. So it says, or I may be too open to receiving natural messages from people's lives, but it's hard for me to discern. So, okay, the discernment also ask a clear question. So, if you feel like you're getting confusing answers, ask a clear question. Start again, reset, ask a clear question. And I always say like my repeated mantras is like guides, what do you want me to know? I'm very open because I'm not trying to control the ride. If you try to control the ride too much, I mean, you could get very specific details if you want, but it's to me, it's so much better to just go with the flow of what's there energetically. So Lucida says, "Thank you. I like that. I can definitely feel the difference. Yeah, you can feel the difference in your body. It's your body is an instrument of wisdom. It's gonna let you know what feels right. So it's just about tapping into that instrument and getting used to using it. I'm a very like passionate person. So to me, things are usually a hell yes or they're a no. So it says here, just a reminder if you wanted to end, feel free just out of respect. Oh, no, you guys are fine. I'll answer your questions. I'm having fun. So it says, thank you. Confidence comes from practice. So I will be practicing more. I wanted to be confident without practice because of the ego, but there's nothing wrong with being a beginner. Yeah. Try to find something to do that makes you feel confident. So like YouTube was awesome. I always felt called to do YouTube. And then when I took that leap, I started feeling more confident as I did it. And by now I've already like, I think I've uploaded like 100 videos on this channel. Like I'm a crazy person, but That's me practicing confidence. So do something as frequently as often as you want to build your confidence. And every person starts at that awkward, you got 2 followers, you don't know what the heck you're doing, and you just learn eventually. But yeah, confidence is a muscle. Let's go ahead and just I'll finish this reading with a final message for you guys. And then we'll move on, and then we'll end it. And then you guys can go enjoy the rest of your evening. Are you guys all, or I don't know, within the time zone? What time is it where you're at? That's what I'm curious about. Final message for the collective guides. Yeah, it's also confidence. It does take practice, but it's also addicting, or it feels good. Speaking as like a very introverted, like person who started out very shy in their life, I'm always nervous when I have to like public speak. I got these nerves, but I'm having fun. 10 p.m. Oh, it's late, but it's not too late. That's good. I heard someone say once that if the answer isn't a hell yes, then it's a hell no. I know, and it's so crazy. Like this job I'm doing, I know I'm gonna leave it because I'm like, I love the people. I was just it's so crazy. It was exactly what was on my vision board. I was like, these are the people I want to work with, these are the hours I want, and I got everything I wanted. But then I was like, I knew almost right away I was gonna quit. It's just so funny. It's hilarious. Okay, final message, guys. Okay, yeah, I understand better now. I think I was not really asking anything in particular, just getting messages and done. Yes. So ask a question. If you want to get like, you can just say, guides, show me what, or soul of the highest light. What do I need to know? But you should ask a question because that's intention. So if you think about it, there's always like a 24-hour hotline of energy moving around us. And it's like there's anything available to us. You know, good energy, bad energy, whatever you feel drawn to, you can pull it towards you. So if you set an intention with your question and you communicate to your guides and you say, or you just communicate to the divine or the air, whatever you want to call it, you're going to get a clear answer. I mean, it's going to be abstract usually, but it's going to be a lot more direct. And also, I was not being very aware of the questions that I was asking, even if I was subconsciously asking. Yes, it's so important. Have a clear intention, and you're going to get a clear answer. Yeah. Oh, it makes a difference. So keep practicing that. It'll get better. Okay. I've been shuffling these cards for like 10 hours. The last card we have is happiness. I think that's kind of how we're all feeling right now. But I feel like this is a message of the next chapter, or whatever chapter you are in your life right now. This chapter you've started is happiness. And that's what this channel is about. You know, the reason why I felt so passionate about creating a YouTube channel is because I'm like, look, some of these messages are okay, but they're not really helping me to access like that happiness or, you know, feeling like I'm really knowing my path. So that's why I felt called to do this. Okay. Oh, yeah. We got some entrepreneurs up in here. So we have the Midas Miser. It did come up upright, so let's take the positive message. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So the secret to your abundance is your happiness. So the first thing you want to be asking yourself is not how do I make money or how do I create a successful business? It's like, how do I be happy? What makes me happy? Like literally from the moment you wake up, do you need to meditate? Do you need to eat an apple? Do you need to go for a run? Like, what do you need to do? Okay. We do got big boss energy up in here because we got the Hierophant. We got the Queen of Wands, for goodness. Like, you guys have what it takes. There's no pages that showed up in this energy. You got the Queen of Wands. So it's like, are you willing to tap into this and use it? Queen of Wands, she doesn't hesitate. When she knows what she wants, she goes for what she wants. So it's like, are you gonna go for it? Or are you gonna hesitate? Now you can do what Mina says, and you can caterpillar, right? Just take the next step. But usually the bigger the leap, the bigger the reward. That's just kind of how the universe works. And if you feel that call so powerfully within you, just take that leap. Hey guys, we got a couple of people just popped up in. So if you guys are new, go ahead and just let us know where you're at in the part of the world that you're at. But you guys are natural entrepreneurs, and it's literally born from your emotions. Your emotions. That's how I knew. I was really confused because I had been an artist for so long. And I'm like, well, I'm good at it. And everyone tells me I'm good at it. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? But I was just like, why do I want to like go like know God and like do tarot and coach people more than anything? Because it makes me happy. Your happiness is your inner compass. So like listen to that. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end on that reading. What kind of art do I do? Realism. Here, I'll show you. I do portrait work basically. Portraits. Yeah, I do portraits, but people were asking me to do commissions and I lost interest. So it's like, I guess it's not my calling right now. Tina the Traveler, you're from the US. You enjoy the messages. Thank you for joining us, Tina. Yeah. We're, yeah, thank you, Lucas. Yeah, that's what I do. But we're infinite, fluid, creative beings. So I'm like, if I want to start creating something else, I can. I was feeling very blocked into this one way of creating art, but this whole world is your canvas. So treat it as such. Your life is your art. Thank you, Lucita. Thank you. Thank you. You know what's funny? Someone asked me to do commission, and I was like, "Oh, cool, sure." But they literally won't like make the appointment with me for some reason, or they keep forgetting to meet up with me, and I think that's because energetically I'm just not aligned with it. So it's funny. So you do more music? I do music. Well, I write songs, so that's really cool. Is there any place where we can look at or view or enjoy your music, Lucas? Yeah, I love art, but I'm creative in every way. Like I have no limit. I like doing makeup, I like clothing, I like decorating my house. It's just like however it wants to express itself. All right, Lucita, good night. Thank you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to head on out, feel free to. Um and last yeah, Lucas, if you have a place that you put your music up, feel free to share it in the comments after we end this. Okay. All right. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna head on out. Bye.